Welcome back again. Today we're going to get stuck in, try and get this thing actually installed. So I ducked out this morning and actually picked up some of this. It's like a roof sheeting, sunlight type thing. You can kind of see through it, which is pretty good. I'm going to use this for basically like the cladding on here. I'll just make a stencil, cut it out, and then I'll just screw it to the sides. I'm going to leave the front open with wire. But basically coat in both sides of this with this sunlight, so it's still going to let light in, but also going to be more private, and also going to stop a lot of drafts. And you know, it's got a few benefits, and I want to try and restrict the birds coming in, what they can see. If they see other birds, they get distracted and they don't want to come in as quick from the sides, because we're going to cover some of the side of the loft in, and I just want them to come in. So I'm going to start getting into it now. I need to sort out that little front door, and then we'll look at options for the back door, and then we need to give this thing a quick paint, and then we can start installing all the little bits and pieces, landing board, etc, etc. So let's get stuck into that now. So there is the front door, which will sit in here, and you can see why we've actually flush that little bit in here back a bit, just so you can see that it actually sits in there. And we can put a lock across here, and that will swing down like this, and away they go. So I might just get some hinges on there, and then we can go to the next step. So door is on and in place. Just use these tiny little hinge. I bought them in 100mm from each side, and then just screwed them in with some flat heads for now. Seems to work better. And there she goes. She'll drop down like that, and out come the pigeons, hopefully. And then that's how that's going to sit. And then it's just enough room that when the landing board's there, it'll just sit under there nice and snug. And you know, if it does get a bit damp, that the moisture expansion won't jam it up. I might give this a bit of a paint shortly, and then we can start moving on and getting the landing board on here, and then one little bit on top, bit of wood, and then we can clad the sides, put the wire in the bottom, and this thing's pretty much done. So it's come together quite well. I actually don't mind building stuff like this all the time, because I learn a lot. You know, this is far better than the last Sputnik we made. That's just because we're building, we're learning as we go, and that's the main thing. Make a few mistakes, but they're all learning, so let's keep going. This is the same stuff that I've painted the rest of the loft with. It's just a weather shield. Protection from all Australian weather conditions, because we have some crazy weather here. So this is good. It's basically UV, everything. Self-priming, resistant to mold, dirt and stains. We'll see about that, because pigeons make a very messy poo. So anyway, let's go paint this on there and see where we're at after that. So painting is done. It's been about 99% dry, just a few little spots, but looking good so far. We just need to start putting on the sides, put some wire on the front here, and put a little latch, and we're getting very close to actually installing it on the actual cage, which is super exciting. So I'm going to get this little latch on there. Alright, so put the little lock on there, and then also the little hoop that it goes into, and it's pretty easy to get out and open, and also put the wire on this inside. So now what I might do is cut these sides for this out of the skylight. So let's get that little bit done, and then we'll see how it looks. Righto, so I've cut the sides out with the jigsaw. I just basically made a template of those guys, cut them out, and there it is on the side, both sides. And now I just need to make 2 little bits to go in here to cover this up, and then we're all sweet. So both of those sides are on, and also put the little squares either side. So we've just got these 4 open. I've cut and measured those. They're over there drying, so let's get ready to put this on because I've cut the floor out. All I've got to do is screw that on there. I'll put that on there once I get this in place because I need to get in there, put some screws in. So I think it's time to get this thing in on the loft. And there it is, all together. Got a little bit carried away, forgot to do a bit of filming, but the whole thing is installed and pretty much ready to go. I'm going to give this whole loft a bit of a spring clean while I'm in here, so I'll have to do another video shortly. But basically I've secured on those sunlight sides, those bits are in. And then these are nice and open and clear, and the bird's got quite a good view in here. I attached the floor. I've got the 25 by 25 heavy duty mesh underneath, and then I put in the 6.5 by 6.5 millimeter mice wire there. That's to stop anything trying to get in here like mice, and also going to keep a lot of the feathers and rubbish in as well, so it's quite handy, same as I had on the other one, but it works really well. And all I did was put in another crossbeam here and then another little noggin here just to tidy it up, and it also gives the actual Sputnik somewhere to screw onto, because I put the screws in through here. Yeah, there's one there, a couple down there, and just screwed in that way. That's good. Put a board in the top here, so that is super strong on there now. It's not going anywhere. It's going to handle, I could probably sit on there, and that's saying something. I covered that with those, and I just put those screws in there like I did on the outside, and that works quite well. A lot of light gets in here, but it's also still quite sheltered as well, so from the heat and whatnot. There's actually a lot of breeze coming in here. I can feel it's actually quite refreshing, nice and cool, so that's excellent. And I've actually put on the wire in this space where the trap was, and I did take out that little platform, but I might even put that back in. I just need to chop it, make it a bit smaller, which will be pretty good, gives the birds a bit more room, because I do want to put a door on here maybe at some point, but we'll see. But you can see the difference. That's quite easy for the birds to fly up there and get out, so that is fantastic. I'm very happy with that. I think this is going to work quite well. And full shade cloth on the outside as well, so, and again we're just getting ready for summer. It's going to get quite warm, so we're just sort of getting ready for that. It's going to give them privacy and a bit of rest from the sun. If they want to go out and sit in the sun, they can. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Look at this, a little party. Let's go outside and have a look. And just held in there with this long flathead screw, so it's very strong. Look at that, it's definitely not going anywhere. Put plenty of them in there. This here is 250 and then 900 long, so this is the same depth as the other one, but we just went with the extra length. And then I just need to make up a door that covers these up, and also put on a bit more up here. So 2 spots of land, hopefully they can get in. The only other place they can see birds is through here, so hopefully they'll go in quick. It should be pretty quick, so I'm going to get this a massive clean, a bit of a spring clean, scrape it out, probably give it a spray with Virkon, all the perches, maybe get the vacuum in here that I've got and suck up all those feathers off the ventilation at the back, give that a good clean. So we're ready, a bit of a spring clean, ready for that hot summer. So that's it, hope you enjoy. Drop some comments down below, any questions about this I'm more than happy to answer them, sorry, so go ahead, catch us later.